Students got the chance to share their perspectives with President Daikin. More on the Strategic Roadmap Student Forum just ahead.
Major news in the battle against AIDS. Reports say scientists might have cured the first case in a woman in history.
A multi-million-dollar settlement reached between Remington and the families of Sandy Hook shooting victims. The details of the agreement.
The box office is more competitive than ever, with One Masked Vigilante breaking their way into the top 3. We have all that and more as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good evening, Kent State and all of Portage County, and welcome back to this Tuesday edition of TV2 News. I'm Maddy Haberberger.
And I'm Abreu. President Daikin hosted the second Strategic Roadmap Student Forum today, a chance for students to voice their perspectives on the school's direction.
Our reporter Gabby Jonas has more on the conversation. Hi, Gabby.
Hi guys, that's right. Earlier today, President Todd Daikin held the second open forum for students as part of the university's strategic plan to a distinctive Kent State. Take a look. With the idea to help move Kent's campus forward, today Todd Daikin held his second Flashes Together student forum to discuss the university's plans.
The key is not just that you say your students first. The key is how do you address your priorities, make strategic decisions in a way that addresses this goal of students first.
The main priority of the presentation discussed Kent State's graduation success.
It's not just some students graduate. We want to improve graduation rates amongst all students.
With this goal to ensure student graduation, the Flashes Go Further program helps provide students in need of financial support. $20 million a year is devoted to help these students in need.
Because of our prominence in the field, we were able to attract Michael Lehman as our director. He and Lika Kulin as well joined us. They are two of the most well-known brain health researchers in the world, actually.
Other driven initiatives included the Anti-Racism and Equity Institute.
In terms of enrollment, the largest American university operating in Italy. When I got here, we were third behind Syracuse and New York University. We're now number 1.
With the intent to remain in first place, the university sends over 400 students a year, with some programs making this experience a requirement. Other programs, such as American Academy in Brazil, follow this goal as well.
Our commitment is to be the best stewards possible of the university's resources so that then allows us to do the kinds of things that our strategic plan calls us to do.
Although Daikin pushes for a better future at Kent State, fewer than 5 students out of roughly 34,000 enrolled in the fall of 2021 attended today's forum.
We'll continue to look for opportunities to apply our core values to all the decisions that we make.
For students who were not able to attend today's forum, a feedback survey can be located at the link shown at the bottom of your screen. For TV2 News, I'm Gabby Jonas.
Thanks for that report, Gabby. Kent State's College of Business and Entrepreneurship has been ranked as one of the best online MBA programs in the nation. The Princeton Review put Kent's program at number 23 on their list of the top 50 programs, making it the highest ranked in Ohio. The school also ranked number 25 in the nation by U.S. News & World Report for its online MBA Business Analytics program.
Kent State's Queer and Transgender People of Color group are holding in-person meetings for the first time since 2020. Since the start of February, the group held different discussions and events bi-weekly with the goal of starting conversations about people's experiences with discrimination. Tomorrow, the group plans on holding a self-care yoga night from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in the LGBTQ+ Center. And a major breakthrough in research today.
That's right, our Nuried Hurtado has more on this historic development. Hi, Nuried.
Hi guys, that's right. An American research team reported that it has possibly cured HIV in a woman for the first time. If true, the New York patient will be the third person ever to get rid of the virus. Dr. John Torres said that this cure might be the only functional because HIV is a difficult virus to understand, but at the same time it is giving new information about where they should start looking on HIV research. HIV epidemic has been closely linked to the LGBTQ+ community around the world, especially with the transgender women. The Kent State LGBTQ+ Center is strongly tied with the security of students, offering rapid HIV tests and other resources. I talked to some students about this new update on HIV research, and this is what they told me.
Major health pandemic, obviously, for both LGBT individuals, and now since it was so rampant for such a long time in queer history, now it's been, brought back into the heteronormative spheres.
And it's also part of why many people are homophobic, so finding a cure and slowly curing people from that discovery will probably lead to improvement and less homophobia.
This is it's a big issue, and I think it's awesome that they're finding cures for it.
And just, it's better for people's lives. It removes stigma, or at least is going to start the ball rolling on stigma that we've, been experiencing for over 30 years at this point.
Reporting for TV2 News from the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Nuried Hurtado.
Thanks, Nuried. The Portage County Sheriff's Office has a person in custody for questioning related to the recent death of a woman in Sawfield Township. The chief deputy announced the investigation on Facebook with limited information yesterday around 5 p.m. The incident occurred in the early hours of the morning, and they only confirmed that the one woman is deceased. The sheriff's office says more information will be released as it becomes available.
A 74-year-old man has been charged with murder in the shooting death of an Akron man on Sunday night. Uniontown Police and Emergency Medical Services were called to Alfred L. Johnson's home on Starlight Circle Northwest in reference to the shooting. 41-year-old Nicholas Oostdijk was pronounced dead at the Summa Akron City Hospital. The details of what led to the shooting are still unknown as officials continue to investigate.
Hey y'all, I'm Della Fowler. Let's see what's going on with the weather right now in Kent. So currently in Kent is a 28, feels like 23. Pretty nice winter night here. Dew point is normal, wind normal, humidity a little bit more than normal, but I wouldn't say it's too bad. Your visibility is good. There's nothing stopping you tonight. A little bit cloudy, but what's Ohio without clouds, honestly? So let's check out and zoom out to see what's happening in Northeast Ohio. So if you plan on going out tonight, this is what it's looking like over here. You got our closer to the lake areas, Sandusky, Cleveland, and Ashtabula in our upper 20s. And then around Kent and Worcester, we got lower 30s, nothing too bad though. It should be a pretty nice clear night here in Northeast Ohio. You don't need to bring a coat or anything, nothing too bad. That's it for now, but I will catch y'all a little later in the show for a 7-day forecast and check up that warm front coming in overnight.
Thanks, Della. After a 2-year hiatus, the Kent Lions Club is bringing back its Pancake Festival fundraiser. The breakfast event will be held from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sunday, March 6th at Stanton Middle School. Kent State's Delta Gamma sorority will help host the event. All proceeds will provide eye exams, eyeglasses, and guide dogs to visually impaired people in financial need. The cost is $8 for adults and $5 for children and includes pancakes, sausages, coffee, and juice. Both dine-in and pickup is available.
A verdict reached in the former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin's lawsuit against the New York Times, the final decision and what it means ahead.
Updates on the Russia-Ukraine conflict as officials continue to express concerns over threats of invasion.
This is Portage County's TV2, broadcasting from the campus of Kent State University, streaming online at kentwired.com.
Say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told by kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition. spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at your top headlines coming in from around the country. Families of victims in the 2012 Sandy Hook shootings have reached a $73 million settlement in their suit against Remington, the gunmaker that manufactured the AR-15 style weapon used in the shooting.
The family said that Remington violated state consumer law by promoting the weapon that appealed to troubled people like the gunman, who killed 20 first graders and 6 adults in the shooting. The suit represents a significant setback to the firearm industry, setting new precedent in gun violence-related rulings.
We did it yesterday because it was February 14th. It will be more impactful. And it is more impactful when I see the news today and I read that Joaquin Oliver's dad sent a message on the anniversary of the Portland shooting, asking for changes and demanding for things to work in a better way.
The father of a student killed in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School mass shootings was taken into custody yesterday after scaling a construction crane near the White House as part of a protest against gun violence. Manuel Oliver's 17-year-old son Joaquin was one of the 17 victims in the country's deadliest high school shooting. Atop the crane, Oliver displayed a banner with a picture of Joaquin that read, "45K people died from gun violence on your watch." Oliver says he's been requesting a meeting with President Biden since December, but hasn't gotten a response. The charges against him remain unclear.
The jury in Sarah Palin's defamation lawsuit trial against the New York Times came to a not guilty verdict today. The judge says he will uphold the verdict, saying Palin's legal team didn't prove the Times meant actual malice and that they had a disregard for the truth. Palin is suing the paper for publishing an editorial that incorrectly linked a map from her political action committee to the 2011 shooting of former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords that left 6 others dead.
Tensions continue to escalate between Russia and Ukraine as NATO now proposes a withdrawal of troops.
Our Kennedy Webb-Glenn joins us now with more information on the U.S.'s involvement. What's going on, Kennedy?
Hi guys, President Biden spoke today after Moscow signaled willingness to continue talks on the crisis they have with Ukraine and about returning troops to their bases. Security General Stoltenberg and North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO says they are withdrawing of troops from Ukraine. Yet President Biden spoke on the issue this morning and said these claims have not yet been verified. Biden said, quote, "Our analysts indicate that they remain very much in a threatening position." On Monday, Putin said he was open to diplomacy, but then Moscow sent out contradictory signs Tuesday. The United States is closing the U.S. embassy and temporarily relocating in a small, personal country in western Ukraine. This has been deemed ordered for the safety of its staff. There has been fears of Russian invasion. The U.S. is determined to find a diplomatic outcome, but is uncertain if Ukraine wants to handle the matters peacefully. Several websites in Ukraine came under attack today as tensions continue in the region. At least 10 Ukrainian websites were unreachable due to the attacks, including those of the Ukrainian Army and Defense Military. The Ukrainian private bank also faced a massive DDoS attack along with other financial institutions. The perpetrator of the attack is unknown, but officials believe Russia may be involved. Stocks, gold, and bond prices on Wall Street and in Europe rebounded on Tuesday after Russia's troop withdrawal. The price of crude oil also fell as tensions in the region eased. Wall Street posted a 1.22% increase in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, while Ukrainian exchanges rose more than 1%. While things are trying to simmer back down to normal, inflation is still high and continues to be on the rise. We will see how economic activity withstands throughout the week. In the newsroom for TV2 News, I have been Kennedy Webb-Glenn. Back to you in the studio.
Hey again, y'all, let's check out this warm front coming in on our live radar and a flood warning. So over here you can see that there's going to be a bit of a flood warning tonight, but don't panic. Just stay at home if you can. Shouldn't be too bad. Just keep your eyes open for that because, you know, all the snow is melting with this warm front coming in. So just keep a lookout for that. So now let's talk about this warm front. So tomorrow morning, it's going to come in and over tonight. So this is going to be our forecast for Wednesday. So 6 a.m. Wednesday, we're going from 37 to 49 at noon to 52 in the evening. So this is pretty good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so much more warm. Great time for a walk. But like I said before with that flood warning, be careful for some water on the ground from the snow melting. So let's take it out to our 7-day forecast over here. It's a beautiful week in Kent, Ohio. So tonight, cloudy, nothing too bad. Showers tomorrow, that's going to be where that flooding comes in as well as the melting snow. Tomorrow is also going to be either really high or really low or somewhere in the middle. We just don't know. That's why it's high 54, low of 17. Partly cloudy Friday, Saturday, nothing too bad. Sunday is going to be a gorgeous sunny day. Sadly, no football left, but it's still not bad for a Sunday. Monday, partly cloudy, showers on Tuesday, and there's nothing in the world to worry about. And that is all I have for tonight. Make sure to make good choices and have a good night, Portage County.
An Ohio State student had their shoes stolen at gunpoint over the weekend. Police say the student was meeting up with one of the suspects to sell them a pair of shoes. And while the suspect was trying them on, another suspect approached with the student and with a handgun, and demanded money. After running off with the shoes, the suspects got in the same vehicle and fled the area. Police are still searching for the suspects. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact law enforcement.
The redrawing of congressional lines in Ohio continues to be stalled, potentially pushing the May 3rd primary election back. The Ohio Supreme Court struck down the two most recent maps, saying they did not represent the Republican to Democrat ratio in the state. The third attempt is due to the Supreme Court on Thursday. Candidates in the upcoming election are worried since some voters do not know which congressional district they belong to yet.
The Flashes have a MAC showdown tonight in Toledo. After the break, we'll check in with the men's basketball team and see if they can extend their winning streak.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot. Buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
TV2 Sports Report.
How's it hanging, Portage County? I'm Gabe Collura. Tonight is a big night in the Ohio basketball scene. Let's get right to it. Flashes are in Toledo tonight, taking on the first-place Rockets. Kent State took the first matchup between these two teams 66-63 on New Year's Day. Kent State is putting their 6-game winning streak on the line at Savage Arena as 8.5-point underdogs. Toledo sits at 12-2 in the MAC, and the Flashes are right on their heels at 10-4. Giovanni Santiago is a player to watch tonight for the Flashes. He's strung together a few impressive performances off the bench, and Kent State will need him again tonight. The game tipped off at 6 p.m., and you can catch the action on CBS Sports Network. And as we can see, we have a score update. The Rockets are up on the Golden Flashes 9-6 very early in the game at Savage Arena. And the Cavs are in Atlanta tonight, taking on Trae Young and the Hawks at State Farm Arena. Cleveland is looking to close a 2-game gap on the Heat for first place in the Eastern Conference. The Cavs recently got some great news, as their center, Jarrett Allen, will be replacing James Harden as an Eastern Conference All-Star. For that reason, Jarrett Allen is my player to watch in tonight's game. Allen is top 10 in the NBA in rebounds per game and top 15 in blocks per game. The Cavs and Hawks will tip off at 7:30, and you can catch the action on Bally Sports Cleveland. Shifting gears to the NHL, the Penguins are taking on their arch rivals, the Philadelphia Flyers, at PPG Paints Arena tonight. Pens captain Sidney Crosby is in search of a massive career milestone, being just 1 goal shy of 500 on his career. Crosby's line mates Jake Gensel and Brian Rust have been playing top-tier hockey as well as of late, and Gensel leads the team with 50 points. Pittsburgh is looking to widen their 1-point Metropolitan Division lead with a win tonight. Puck drops at 7 p.m., and you can catch the action on ESPN+. Well, that'll do it for sports. I've been Gabe Collura, and I wish you all a very happy Tuesday. Keep it real, Portage County.
My spidey senses are tingling, and apparently so are a lot of moviegoers. Find out why when TV2 returns.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
To Maddy, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is TV2 News, truly Portage County.
Thanks for sticking with us. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has donated roughly $5.7 billion worth of the company's shares to charity. The donation was revealed Monday in a filing to the Securities and Exchange Commission, and they were gifted last year between November 19th and 29th.
The filing did not name the recipients of the shares. The charity makes him the second biggest U.S. donor in 2021 after Bill Gates, who gave $15 billion last year. Spider-Man No Way Home is continuing to climb the box office and has now ensnared Avatar in its web. The superhero blockbuster has officially passed Avatar to rank as the #3 domestic film of all time at the domestic box office.
That's right, Chris. No Way Home has raked in more than $760 million as of this past weekend. The #2 spot on the list is also Avengers Endgame, and #1 is held by Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Globally, Avatar still remains the #1 grossing film of all time. Chris and I together contributed to that $760 million total, and I have to tell you, that was one of my favorite movie-going experiences of my life, because that was it's no shocker to me that it's that high on the list, and so many people were so excited.
We had so much anticipation for that movie. Like, we bought the tickets so early.
Weeks in advance.
And we went, and like, it's just been so long since I went to a movie theater and felt that way about being in the movie
The last time I felt like that was Avengers Endgame. I wept, like openly wept in this theater full, but everybody else was crying, so I felt just that.
It felt cathartic.
Yes.
And like, at the same time, I'm a huge Marvel nerd, so.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Well, that is all we have for this edition of TV2 News.
When TV2 is off the air, keep up to date at KentWired.com and on socials at KentWired. I'm Chris Abreu.
And I'm Maddy Haberberger. Have a great night, Portage County. I don't know what happened to me that.
The Agenda, Thursday nights at 9 at KentWired.com. Also check out our YouTube at youtube.com/TheAgendaTV2.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.